Testing, testing, testing. I apologize. Testing, testing. I hope all is well. Let's go ahead and let's get some sauce stirred first. Let's make sure the audio sounds halfway decent at least. All right, let's make it shake.
Never miss another live stream again. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and click see all notifications.
Alrighty, what's the motherfucking deal? I had the bank open. I gotta fix something real quick and I'm gonna open it right back up. So if y'all flipped any coins or anything, give me just un segundo and I will make it right. But what's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to Soft Sports. If you're not familiar with Soft Sports is a Houston, Texas homer network. So that means we're talking about all sports, but only Houston. Make sure the bank is cooperating. All right, there we go. And connect the fucking bank. What's wrong with you, man? All right, cool. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, I'd like to say tonight we're going to talk about a couple of things. Like I said, we're not going to get into too much. I said I was going to give y'all a Rockets post game yesterday, but I had a little bit of a little buzz, and I didn't feel like I was going to be able to give a quality show, so I did not go. So I apologize for that, for everybody who was looking forward to that. It's going to look a little strange floating right here. Let's clean some of this stuff up. But again, yeah, it's right there. That's where we want to be. That little weird space makes me feel strange. Again, Scotty Proof of Life. I do owe y'all. I need to give y'all some of that. We'll make that shake. Let me fix this. This seems like it's a little too loud. Y'all let me know how the audio sounds. If it is a little too audible, let's cut that on just in case. What's the motherfucking deal? Shout out to everybody. Let's see who we got in here, man. You know how we get this thing cracking. I got everything kind of mixed out of order. I got to start setting scenes for all this stuff so that way I don't have to do all the crazy shit every time. So who do we got in the motherfucking mix? Let's get the live chat, not the top chat. You know, all the real players stay in the live chat. Shout out to Mrs. Voodoo C. Heidi, how you doing this evening, afternoon, or whatever time it is where you are? Balin Rios, what's the motherfucking deal? Phoenix, Voodoo Child, Acres Home, what's the motherfucking deal? Rasha John, what's the motherfucking deal? Berkeley Boss Wise, Elias, what's the motherfucking deal? Devontae, what's the motherfucking deal? Cavity Creep. Man, you ain't lying. CP3 had a little situation, man. Like I said, I ain't tripping. It's a definite W. Yes. The hijab, that's why Scotty has no proof of life. Let's see. We should sign this to you, Danyala Messenger. I hope I said that even close to correct. Danyala Messenger. So I hope all is well, all is fine. Make sure I ain't missing no Lucas Gomez. What's the motherfucking deal? Okay. All right. So, Keller Boys, what's the motherfucking deal? It wasn't just CP3, everybody. It was everybody but Hard and Capella. Yeah, absolutely. So, let's talk about it. Okay, watch sauce on the TV on the big screen already. We're going to talk about it, man. And we're going to discuss it. A win is a win, like was stated earlier. Especially in the playoffs, you're going to take it out, you can get it. My thing was this, man. The Rockets played a relatively outside of Harden and Capella. It was a shitty game. But here's the thing, and this is why I'm not going out on a limb, but it's the playoffs. At first I was kind of giving Minnesota a win, but you got to look at it like this, okay? And what that is, you say your mark my words was right. So let me see what your mark my words was exactly. And let me go back into the. It's really on the next page. I just want to make a big scene, like I gotta flip through a bunch of shit. It's just like right there. Let's see what Baven said. You said 112. Oh no, you did say you said Capella over Cat in rebounds. That was a true. That was the truth. That was the truth. Okay, you did have the right mark my words, so I owe you some flavor for that. Let me see if there were any other Capella. Mark my words. I saw Capella with 15 rebounds.
I took out just like a rocket. I'm gone. I lied you on how king.
Give me my W in his soda sauce.
Oh shit! It is a Monday. I'm telling you, I'll be out of there. Let's see.
I took out just like a rocket. I'm gone.
Hey.
I lied you on how king.
Hey.
Rockets in 4. Now everybody get down.
Wait.
What
What happened to my? Oh, there it is. Oh man, I'm mad at a bitch. That shit wasn't. That shit ain't even show up. I didn't have the fucking alert thing on. I apologize for that. So let's fix that problem for me over here fucking it up. Let me shoot y'all a gang of sauce because I am fucking up. And let's see. First, there was a correct mark my words. And the mark my words to get you what, 20K? I said. So we'll shoot everybody 20K for having a good mark my words. And then just for me fucking up, I'll shoot y'all. Yeah, me being a little late and everything. We'll give y'all. Actually, I don't know why I gave y'all that because I ain't reset the sauce yet. So don't even worry about that 20,000 you just got because I'm like literally about to erase it right now. So I just gave y'all 20,000 for nothing. Spend it while you can because I'm about to reset that shit. Yes. Well, shit, the people with all the sauce are already currently moderators. So we'll go because VD, you already a moderator. Duck Scout was already a moderator. He was next in line, and then next would be King. So we'll holler at King, next week. So I guess I should, after I've looked at all that. Shut up, little doggy. That's not Scotty. That's an alternate dog. All right. There's an alternate dog in the vicinity because I have to tell my madre I'd look out for a dog for a little bit while she had to take her a little mini vacay. So I told her we'll drop it off. I'll leave it in the South Sports Studios because that dog don't act right. Shut up, barker. We don't do barking over here. Scotty doesn't bark. You better learn how to act right. All right, and there we go. The coins have been reset, and let me shoot y'all a hot 70K just to get y'all off on the right foot. And there you go. No, I don't want that. I need to log out here. But again, like I say, so the thing I'm saying is that the Rockets played piss poor last night. They played shitty basketball as a team. James Harden, of course, showed out when he dropped 44. Capella dropped 20 in the first half. Then he kind of, I won't say disappeared in the second half, but he did what he had to do. But was solid. I mean, it was like Capella and Cat switched roles. Karl-Anthony Towns only had 8 points the entire game, and that is ridiculous, completely unacceptable. Ready? And shout out to Rising Phoenix for that last one. It didn't pop up, so I apologize that. Apologize for that. And oh, you can do that. That's cool. All right. But Rockets in 4, yes, it's absolutely going down. All right, I had to fix that. Everything's Gucci now. Okay. All right. Scotty is alive. Scotty is fine and dandy. Tell the dog, I say, what's the motherfucker? That dog don't get a what's the motherfucker do. That dog don't listen. It don't act right. That dog is not the damn deal. It's all right. It's just a happy little dog. It just don't listen, though. It's like very, very odd little dog. But yeah, Scotty don't even fool with the dog, man. Like Scotty don't even want to hang out with her or nothing. It's a female. He don't even want to hang out with it. But here's the deal. Scotty. So here's my thing. No, also the dog. Scotty is not dead. This is the Madre dog. But again, like I say, it was not the ideal game for the Rockets. You have everybody again outside of, I think Green hit a couple of shots. I'd have to go back and look at the box score, and I'm not saying that he did great. Shit, I didn't even know Joe Johnson was on the court for a while. CP3 was my most questionable situation, and I want to talk about CP3 simply because, you know, there's always that, oh, you know, CP3 gets to the playoffs and he chokes, and I'm sure there are people who are looking to reach out and to try to do that and to do all those things. Hold on one second. Hold on one sec. God damn it. But like I say, this guy shit. If Scotty died and reincarnated as this dog, I'd have to ship it off. PJ Tucker hit. He said, "I got to go look and see what three. Who eye was it hit upon? Who eye got bruised by the PJ Tucker three?" But CP3 was making some bad passes. It was like. I don't know if he felt pressure to step it up a notch or something, or like he has to become playoff CP3 or something. I don't know what it was, but we have not seen CP3 play that bad all season. That was hands down probably the worst game CP3 has had as a Rocket, you know, at the most critical time. And I still think he had like 10 points. But as far as rebounds and assists, only had a couple. Just passes weren't connecting. He was throwing some things out of bounds. He was anticipating things that weren't there. They weren't on the same page. Communication is key. You know, communication is key no matter what you're doing. If it can be a relationship, it could be sports, it could be shit, it could be a life or death situation, it could be anything. Communication is key, and I don't feel like the communication was there. I don't know what exactly was happening. No, I don't feel like it'll happen again. You said the Lil B James Harden curse. And think about that. We're going to have to talk about that too, because ever since Lil B has removed the curse, you have not ever heard anybody question James Harden being an MVP candidate or front running, or, you know, people tried to dissect and we're going to talk about that shit too. We're going to talk about a couple of things. We don't give the Rockets enough love. I only give them love on a pregame show, but we're going to talk a little bit about him. He had 14. He finished with 14 points. Okay. But see, look, this is why Capella went off, because Capella, y'all notice Capella only just really goes off when I talk shit about him. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Capella don't ball unless I talk some shit about him. When I start talking shit about him, then he just, you know, he hears that shit and he be like, damn, Honcho out there talking trash about me. I can't let him put that salt on my name. You know, let me go ahead and step it up. And bam, you know, he don't want to look bad for Sauce Nation. So he goes out there and he brings his A game. You know, y'all ain't know that. You know, I hit him up because he be in the live stream. He be under a different name and all that other shit. You know. No, I'm talking shit. But Capella has definitely. I was looking at a picture of Capella next to Dwight, you know, when he first was here. And it's unfortunate that Dwight taught him nothing. But, that's why that shit looks like that, too. I need to fix that, too. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Still a little off. Like I said, that's what happened when you be rushing to get shit finished at the last second. Okay, that looks just a little bit better. Slightly. All right, there we go. I'm Capella. Everybody's Capella. So here's the thing. But like I say, Capella played great. James Harden played great. I mean, basically, you know, I gave y'all 3 points to ponder, and for the most part, they came true. I told y'all Karl Anthony Towns and Capella was going to be, the rebounds were going to be key. And, you know, they were. But Capella added some points to go with that. I mentioned, you know, second season, having a reason for the season. They should have been a little bit embarrassed about the performance. The rest of the team should have been embarrassed. Like, they were on some LeBron James teammates type shit. Well, we'll just let LeBron take over, and then, you know, we'll watch. Because essentially it was almost like that. Even towards the end, CP3, what was it that he did towards the end of the game? And then James had to just like get the ball and kind of hold it down towards the end. Yeah, he made the little free throws, but he came out afterwards and did something off the wall. I forgot what he did. Yeah, it was crazy. We are all Capella. That's the shirt right there. We are all Capella. Dwight taught my wife to stick a pin in her vagina. What are you talking about? That is wild. Yeah, they was cool, and man, I'm hoping that they didn't come in sleeping on Minnesota. And what else? I mentioned another thing. I mentioned people thought I was tripping them, but I bet y'all believe me now when I was talking about Derrick Rose. People are like, Derrick Rose, raggedy ass knees, Derrick Rose, this, that, and the third, and all that other stuff. But Derrick Rose was looking pretty good last night. I mean, let's admit it. I don't know what his stat line was, but he looked solid last night. I didn't like I told you, I had a few beverages. Derrick Rose, that's one to add to the list. I have no idea. There was a mention of a pen in a vagina. And I don't know. Oh, welcome to Miami. Look, let me find out, Jay Dizzle, you out there jamming at Will Smith. That shit fucked around and came on the Spotify the other day. And I was fucking, I was like, what the fuck? Maybe think about Heidi, as a matter of fact, because we were talking about that, I think, in the Christian. We were talking about Miami. Man, look, y'all ain't lying. Hey, matter of fact, shout out to that boy Titty, man. Shout out to Tinny. Shout out to Wink. We was on the stream earlier. We fuck with the PUBG. If y'all PlayStation affiliates, y'all don't know nothing about that. Unfortunately, if you PC gang, you cool. If you one of them Xbox boys, you legit. But if you PS4, stick to your Last of Us and your God of War and all your other great titles that we're jealous of. But hey, we're the Xbox boys over here. And so we were fucking around on that PUBG. Man, Tinny had got sniped. We made it pretty far. He got sniped, but he was kind of spectating and keeping the game live because Tinny's probably the best out of all of us at it. And man, he saw a motherfucker in the grass. I just did not see his ass. He had on some camo or something. I just didn't see him. And then so he's like, man, shoot right there. And I missed him in the first couple of shots. And old buddy started squirming. Pop, pop, pop. Winner, chicken dinner. Only kill I had the whole fucking game. But hey, that was the best kill I've ever had on PUBG. So I had to talk about that. So I got to chill on the PS4 trash. I'm talking trash, but I'm probably eventually going to fuck with it. Y'all got a couple of games on that PS4 I got to fuck with. Jay Bird, you getting added right now. But again, man, like that Rockets game was let me see. The Rockets game, it was a good, bad game. If you understand what I'm saying. Great game to see Capella do what he did. Of course, we know James Harden is going to he's playoff ready. Let's not have to expect that type of game from him. We should not have to hope for that kind of game from James Harden every night to see a championship, because let's be honest, that's type of shit, even though you get a couple of days rest in between and all that other stuff, that shit is draining. When you have to put the whole team on your back, that shit is draining. The motherfuckers combined for what? 68 points? Come on, man, that's ridiculous. So I had to at you real quick because you were saying don't at me. But that's not going to sustain through the playoffs, because then again, there you go with that situation where James is getting worn down, because again, you're playing the same team every night. They're going to get used to your tendencies. Okay, well, last night or the night before, he did this, and this, so let's expect this. So we're going to change it up. We're going to make him do this. You got 4 games to fucking figure the motherfucker out. Not saying that James is going to be figured out, because the Timberwolves have had 4 games during the season to play him. But the reason why I feel like the Rockets are going to sweep the Timberwolves is simply because of this. The Rockets played the worst game that they've had against a healthy Timberwolves team. All year, with the addition of Derrick Rose. And still, through all the struggles, you saw, and you're like, wow, this is a shitty game by the Rockets. Not a good game by the Timberwolves. It wasn't that. It was a shitty game by the Rockets. And the Rockets were in the mix the entire time. Even when shit got slightly ugly, the Timberwolves lacked the ability to pull away. And so that shows that as good as a team as they are not on the Rockets level. Because, again, I said that the Timberwolves, honestly, had they not lost Jimmy Butler, would most likely be a 3 seed. Because they were in that conversation. They were in that 3-4 seed area. I think that was around while San Antonio was still kind of in the 3 seed. I want to say Minnesota was like just below them, or it was like they were real close. And then that was around the time that Butler went down. And then after all that, it was over with. It was a wrap after that. So, it's PlayStation players are from Stinky Machine. That's funny. You say Kroger is legit. Kroger cool. I be fucking with the Kroger all the cool. Man, watch my back of the den. Yeah, hey, tonight we gonna shake it up because I'm trying to think of, and I know it's a little off topic. I know some of y'all don't fuck with the den, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway because just Honcho. I'm gonna do a drink den tonight, and I'm trying to think about maybe holding out until Friday because Friday is 420. I gotta figure out a way to get like 60 more subs in the Kush Den by Friday. I have no fucking idea how to do it, but I want to try to get to 420 by 420. So if y'all have partners that are 420 friendly, if y'all have friends that smoke, that engage, that partake, just like good conversation, please recommend the Kush Den to them because I want to try to get that 60. So I have no fucking idea how I'm gonna get it, but to have 420 by 420 would be legit. And I'm thinking what I'm gonna do that day. I have no idea, to do something special for 420. I may need to just have like a smoke-a-thon or something. Just wake up early and literally get baked the whole day. It's counterproductive. I have to definitely check my schedule. But spend a day mostly in the den is what I'm thinking about. Maybe having a smoke-a-thon. Because usually, I burn 1 or 2 a day. But for 420, might fuck around and just get blitzed. You know what I mean? Like literally get
Smoke weed every day.
already. Thank you. So Clout Chase, you said Reddit, man. Go ever, and that's what I was thinking about, advertising the 420 party thing. Kind of how I have the draft party flyer.
Smoke weed every day.
Oh, bet that. I appreciate that. 2 subs. That's what's shaking. Man, y'all see Sauce Nation, y'all be holding it down, man. That's why I fuck with y'all. Oh man, that's what's up. I see you, Jay Dizzle. That's what's going down. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna try to do something major. So I think I might just hold off during the week. A slight tolerance break. I can't promise that. Maybe not. And then just get baked in the fucking thing. How do I feel about the Will Smith Miami song? I was listening to the other day. It was actually a solid song, even though he didn't give Houston a shout out. He shouted out Philly and some other shit. On 420, got to smoke 420 blunts. Oh, no, that ain't going to happen. Say she want the weed but don't want to come here. The smoker session in the den. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the den, I think for 420, I'm going to see what's up. Just go cop a bag and burn it up. Now, it's been a minute. Like I said, I could burn. It's just I try not to just get stupid stoned as much anymore. If I do it at the end of the day so I can get shit done. But y'all know what it is. I remember JJ Redick wanted to come here and Iggy said it would have been a pickup. Yeah, exactly. I bet they thinking about that shit now, though. I bet they are definitely thinking about shit. We should have fucking went to Houston. Kroger heist. That's funny. Final score: Xbox One, PlayStation 4. I see what you did there. But again, man, talk about these Rockets. I'm excited because again, that was a poor performance. And it was might have been one of Minnesota's better performances. Jamal Crawford was hooping last night too. And like I said, you got to look at that roster and tell me, had they not been healthy, you talking about Jamal Crawford, Jeff Teague went off. Jeff Teague was making shots. Jeff Teague was hooping last night. Wiggins he could be so much better. He could be so much better. Shout out to Wise and Phoenix. I know they had mentioned, they were saying some of their partners had said some shit about, that motherfucker would rather play video games than work on his skills. And you could see that because Wiggins was supposed to be the man when he came in. He was supposed to be the next LeBron and all that other shit. And then LeBron booted him out of Cleveland or whatever. And now you see what it is. Okay. It's going down. Now starting the heist. Wiggins for Kawhi. Go ahead. I don't know if you want that. But shit, Kawhi ass ain't play. Man, Kawhi's situation is very interesting to me too because I wanted to let me just talk about a little bit of playoff basketball. We're gonna talk about some Texans action here in a second too. But I want to give the Rockets their due because I don't give them enough love. My thing is, think about the Spurs. Think about teammates. Think about
unity, thinking about cohesion. It's something wrong with the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard does not want to be there. Like, we can sit here and say, you know, oh, it was the media this and, you know, some speculations and, oh, it was false news. It's not false news. Kawhi Leonard does not want to be a Spur. He doesn't want to be in San Antonio. He does not want to eat any more churros. He's had his fill, and he wants a new deal. Now, but the thing about Kawhi Leonard is this, man. If you have love for your karate commercials, you know, kicking shit, kung fu kicking Kenny and all that other shit, but he's not traveling with his team in the fucking playoffs. What does that say about Kawhi Leonard? What does that say about him? You know, Trick Daddy eat a booty gang. That's funny. Getting the groceries. Kroger shut down the street. Some churros do sound good right now, huh? I mean, again though, like I say, the Spurs are going to be in a state of, I don't want to say rebuild. I don't know what's going to necessarily happen with them, but Kawhi is not going to be there very long. He doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to play with the team. He don't give a fuck. Fuck Fallas in San Antonio. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Said stream was tripping. Okay. The boy that took over the stream because the shit went out. Let me make sure this shit down here is acting right. San Antonio ran out of churros. That's why he out of there. Not big old women, juicy women. Exactly. But ain't nothing wrong with a little juicy fruit. Juicy fruit. But anyway, what's the deal, Negro? Shout out to the Honcho. Barkley ate them all. Yeah, he went down there talking shit, but he went down there and ran through all the big girls and the churros. He had a foursome, 2 big girls and a fucking big box of churros. It went down. Ain't no pins got stuck in there with churros getting stuck in the wrong places. Yes, a Negro. How does a Negro? That would be nice enough. Knees could grow back properly. A PUBG on the iPhone. Oh, the challenge don't work in here. The challenge only works in the Kush Den. But so you know, as much as I hate the Spurs, I respect the Spurs and what they do. But you saw them. I mean, they've been a legendary game. It's 21 years straight in the playoffs, and most of that in the top half. You know, so all I'm saying, oh man, look, nah, 'cause I got a different bank. See, if I had that bank in here, it would mess up the other bank. So I gotta, the thick beard. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is OSN still a thing? Because like straight up, no bullshit. I promise y'all that. Like, I used to fuck with OSN a little bit, but the last time I watched an OSN video was the video that he said Harden was thick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I when he said Harden was thick, that's the last time I watched his shit. I haven't seen it then. Yeah, Oprah Syverson. Like that was the last time I watched this fucking video. Like, after that, I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. So, but again, let's talk Texans for a few minutes. And let's talk about some things. You know, we're gonna talk about a couple of names that are floating around out there. Somebody asked about Worley. Worley just got picked up on some criminal charges. That's not the route you want to go, because you're not going to be sure what his situation is. There's a reason that he got let go like that. I don't know the full details of his situation, but Texas ain't going to entertain it if he got some pending shit going on, and I wouldn't advise it either. I know a lot of people have been talking about C.J. Anderson. No, end of story. Out of the somewhat decent names floating around right now, the only thing that I would really entertain is Dez Bryant. Everything else is draft. Marquette King got signed to somebody, I believe, didn't he? If I'm not mistaken, or was that Janikowski? I thought Marquette King got signed. King signed with the Broncos. All right. We did it, suffered a few losses. The rest of the group got away with bags of cash. Houston Homer, Voodoo Child got all the money. Voodoo Child and Wise hit a lick. Houston Homer, and they had you out there risking your life for a couple $100, man. I'd entertain Dez I'd entertain Dez. I'd say give him a Badger deal, but at the same time, I wouldn't be opposed to 2 years and at the right price. At the right price. And for all the people like again who were saying, "Oh, Dez can't do this, Dez can't go do that." Let me be honest. I don't watch Cowboys games. I'm not gonna pollute my mind with that trash. If that was the case, I'd go shoot up heroin. Dez ain't lost it. Dez still got it. The Cowboys just lost their quarterback. And I know how we felt about Romo and everything that Romo did, but please believe before the other situation, we were more than willing to entertain Romo coming here just to see a little bit something. But we got something even better than that in a one Deshaun Watson. But again, Dez is not something I would be opposed to because Dak Prescott is just trash. And that's what it is. Dak Prescott is just trash. I mean, he's garbage. Like, I've never watched the dude play really. You know what I'm saying? It's a guy that the Okoye Media Winkett put me on. And, he was breaking down some film on it and just looking at Dak. I'm like, wow, Dak is not good. Like, that's why I sit here and I tell y'all all the time, I don't believe in experts. I don't believe in none of that shit. Because again, you can come up with statistics to prove anything you want to prove. You can come up with numbers to prove whatever you like. And they can come up with the numbers and say that Dez lost. He ain't got this. Look, his numbers didn't drop. Well, if you got a quarterback that can't get you the ball, of course your numbers are going to drop. I've mentioned this before, when people were talking about, look at all the targets Hopkins gets. That's why he was getting so many catches when he was playing through all those receivers. But I'm like, who gives a fuck about how many targets he gets? What the fuck does a target mean? What does that mean? I threw a ball in your direction. Not that I got it close to you. Not that I hit you in the hands. Not that it was an accurate throw. I threw a ball in your direction. That's a fucking target. If you think that justifies as a legitimate statistic that has value, then you're an ass. Like, that's just it's an informative number. Okay, well, they threw the ball his way so many number of times, but it's not a valid explanation of the quality of the pass. So my thing is this: would you rather have? I would rather have. And make sure let me raffle y'all some sauce here, because y'all know I get to talking and forget all about it. I got to make sure y'all the freshest motherfucking ingredients. I got to make sure y'all get y'all flavor. Would you rather have 200 targets from 17 or 100 targets from TB12 or DW4? I mean, as a receiver, I think you'd prefer to have those 100 targets from DW4 over 200 targets from 17 all day, because automatically a third of those targets that you're getting from 17 are going to be nowhere near in your catch radius. You said if I cut up with a time jazz after that. CJ Anderson, Houston, no sir. What y'all over there talking about? Saw Sports is litty. I already appreciate that, Cleve. Dak sucks my balls, but I keep telling them not, but Rufus. Miss Voodoo C, look, Miss Voodoo C supposed to have your back in those kind of situations, man. I looked at I saw a thing that said the likelihood of landing Dez Bryant. The Texans had the best odds on there. And this is from Vegas. And I'll tell y'all again, you can listen to ESPN if you want to. They're bullshit. You can listen to these other guys you want to. It's a lot of opinions. You can listen to me if you want to. This is my opinions. And you may think I'm bullshit. You may think my thoughts are bullshit. You may agree, whatever it may be. If you want to know where the most facts lie, if you want to know where the most accurate information is going to be, you go look at Las Vegas, because they do more damn due diligence than anybody, because you're talking about millions and millions of dollars on each of these games, or, whatever it may be, a lot of money. And Vegas ain't trying to come off none of that. They're trying to get all your shit. So they're going to do their due diligence. They're going to find out the most information. These numbers are set in a way, so one, that the odds always favor the house. And again, Vegas don't always get it right. That's how you win, because you challenge that bet. But they're going to be more accurate than a lot of these analysts, these experts, even these guys who play the game, even these guys who can sit there and break down everything for you on film. Emotions, thoughts, biases will always come into play. But, it's trash. A lot of that shit is trash. Say Dallas still owes money. We're going to beat the Cowboys this year. I made a bet with my knee. This is who's a Cowboy fan. The loser has to do 50. Yeah, already. You say 5 million max. Bob thinks Dad slapped his mama. Shit, Bob thinks a lot of things, man. You say $8 million a year is crazy. $8 million a year for Anderson? No. What's up, El Lobo? What's the motherfucking deal, man? Always good to see you. Yeah, that first game was no bueno. No bueno. It was a very bad showing. But again, the real MVP, and he stepped up and he showed why he is the MVP this year. And speaking of MVP, let's talk about some things. And this might be my last point here, or maybe not. Who knows? I might go on another tirade. The thing about MVP that kills me, man. Let's look at these politics. Let's look at this situation. Let's look at this whole shenanigan, this whole scam, this whole scheme behind MVP awards and things like that. Writers, people who are biased, generally who write for a specific team or a specific company, and that company has a specific agenda, i.e. ESPN, who has like 20% of the Hall of Fame voters working for their staff. So you telling me you don't think that ESPN pushes a narrative, or if ESPN sits here and makes you focus on certain players, always LeBron James and Golden State or whatever, and they force you to push these narratives all the time for your job, right? Your job is to, hey, make sure you give me accurate stuff because the people want Golden. They don't want Houston. They want Golden State. They want the Lakers. They want the Knicks. They want big city shit. They want all this other big market shit. They don't care about Houston, no matter if Houston is the best fucking team in the league. So if you have to spend the majority of your time studying these other teams, watching these other games, because a lot of these analysts, like 99% of them, other than probably like Nick Wright and maybe one or two other guys that actually watch the Houston games, 99% of them don't. 99% of them may catch some highlights that their company puts out for them, ESPN, i.e. again, they might put out 2 or 3 little highlights for them. And so if you're working this the whole season and all you're seeing is these particular guys, these same guys over and over and over, you're seeing the same guys over and over and over, you're going to think that, hey, these guys are really, really good. You're going to be, it's just human nature that your bias is going to be affected because you spent so much time worrying about a particular group of guys, and this is where you put all your attention. You're going to lack the knowledge, the accurate knowledge to do the justice for other guys who deserve it. One, Utah Jazz, nobody's paying attention. Donovan Mitchell, hands down, should be rookie of the year. Like, fuck a Ben Simmons. Like, I don't care about that other shit. It should be Donovan Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker's good and the motherfucker's hooping. A real rookie hooping. But again, Ben Simmons, the hot name. Okay. But Elijah, what you doing in the goddamn corner, boy? Get your ass up out. Get your ass up where you can get seen. But again, so like I say, biases. Again, motherfuckers like Michelle Beadle, who ESPN just gave her a buku amount of money to do that little morning show. I think she got the morning show with Jalen Rose, and again, biases. And I'm not knocking Jalen Rose or whatever, but Michelle Beadle's a blatant Spurs fan, blatantly hates on Harden, and so it's crazy, man. Shout out to our CP3 for cleaning up CP3 shit again. He gonna be already. He gonna be all right, man. They're a seed for a reason because they dealt with some injuries, man. Jimmy Butler's their guy. Jimmy Butler was their leading scorer. Okay, averaging about 22, 23 points a game. You take that out, that's a significant amount of points. Fucking whatchamacallit is okay, he could be a star. He should be a star, but again, he don't got the juice. Fucking Andrew Wiggins. Again, Rose came out. He came in late, and once he got in there, he motherfucking me was hooping. So he came in, and they don't want to see the crow fly, man. Like I say, so once he got in, he was hooping. So Rose he was looking kind of like old Rose, I'm not saying he was fully there, but he was looking good. My thing is, the bias that come from these networks, I'm sure that they sway these writers because they sway these narratives. Because look at how the story has changed so many times for James Harden to get the MVP. What's the difference between this year and last year? Other than the fact that he's won, maybe 10 more games? You bring in one major piece, win 10 more games. That major piece was out 25. Or maybe more than that total. I got to see what the total. I know at least 25. And you still go on to win more games than you did last year. Who was it? Shannon Sharp, stupid fucking ass. And this is where I had to be done with Shannon because they're in there vying for LeBron James and all this other shit. James barely winning 50 in the fucking East, and they acting like he just did some shit. They're talking about, well, take us away, CP3. What's James Harden gonna do? He might get 50. Didn't he get 55 last year? All right, thank you, Shannon. Stop talking, please. Again, you don't watch games, you don't pay attention. You know what I'm saying? You drunk off Henny and Black and Miles and over there smoking dope with fucking LeBron. You know what I mean? The shit, it pisses me off because, again, even commentators that I generally try to like or the talking heads that I generally try to listen to, when it comes to Houston sports, the verbiage no longer comes out of their mouth. It starts spewing out of their ass. And they just start saying anything. Again, you can push narratives to say anything. Motherfuckers been hating on Harden the entire year in the national media. But he's been playing so well, there's nothing that you can do to stop it. Remember, motherfuckers were trying to say, oh, well, Damian Lillard might be MVP. Look, he's having a good run. Lasted for a little bit, he fell off. James Harden's been the most consistent all year. There's a point where they were trying to say, well, Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry Stephen Curry they should both be in the conversation because look at what Golden State's doing right now. Okay. All right, cool. Whatever. Then they tried to put nobody ever really went back to the Westbrook as an MVP conversation. That never happened because it took the Thunder a little bit to get back shaking. Kyrie. These motherfuckers tried to say Kyrie was in the MVP conversation early on. Like, come on. They tried to give it to any and everybody that they could find and say that these people were MVP for doing a little bit of something for not even a month. Remember, there was a time the Rockets wasn't losing for months at a time. Like, we was getting bored with all the goddamn winning. Nobody else was doing with 3 fucking double-digit win streaks. Who done that? You had a couple of, you might have had 1 or 2 other teams that had double-digit win streaks this season combined. I think Philly might have had one. I think Toronto might have had one. And somebody else, I think, had one. So my deal with that is just initially when I first started this, and I did a video, probably around this time last year, it was playoff time when I first started, and saying, why does the national media hate Houston? And part of that was it wasn't me being, I wasn't being sarcastic. That wasn't it. It wasn't me being, it wasn't being satirical. It was truth, and maybe I felt like maybe I was over exaggerating a little bit of time. Maybe I was thinking, but I could see, well, if you're not winning stuff, or you're not at the top of the tower, then I can see. But now it's real. Now it's fucking real because, again, look at the Astros. Astros win it all, come back, re-up, put together a better roster. They're not even in the conversation of the World Series. People act like they're not gonna make the playoffs and shit. You talking about you just had the MVP. I'm talking about you just had the fucking World Series champions. You just added another ace to your roster, But again, now we're not even talking about that. If this was another team, if this would have been the Yankees or this would have been Boston, well, Boston's going to repeat. Yankees, they could do nothing. They could lose half the motherfucking squad, and people would be all on their dicks. The Rockets have been pretty much number one the entire season. They had a little streak where they had that little 5-game, little losing streak, had some injuries, some things going on. And there was a point that Golden State was, 3 or 4 games ahead. And again, Rockets kept plugging, kept playing, and taking it away, and then end up having, 4 or 5 games over Golden State, if not more than that. But people make all the excuses. Oh, well, it's because Golden State had it. Well, we had injuries. We had it and then lost it. Nobody made excuses for us. But it's so convenient how these motherfuckers can come with all this other shit when it's for players that they like. But again, look at Kyrie. Where is he? Not knocking him, but he wasn't an MVP before he got hurt. He was out of there. That Boston team is good on its own. Kyrie did nothing for that team. Kyrie he actually did less than what fucking IT3 did. Think about it. IT3 had a first place. Had him in first place last year. Had him in a number 1 seed last year. That team is solid. That core is solid with or without a superstar. The superstar can take it to that next level, but Kyrie wasn't doing nothing major. And people act like Kyrie, fucking MVP. He's an MVP. Remember when Boston beat Houston with that fluke ass shit that they had? Appreciate that ass, man. Jay Dizzle, man. Look.
I took out just like a rocket. I'm gone. I lost you on HonchoSaucy.
All Already?
Why Honcho got the Black Mama the Washateria outfit on. Rolling on the floor
Oh,
laughing,
my
rolling
God.
on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing, hashtag feed Scotty.
If I
I took out just like a rocket. I'm gone. I lied you one high king. Back.
shout out to H-Town, fuck that other noise. Already. Why didn't you read that shit? You supposed to read that shit, thingy thing. Well, if I showed you what this really was, because it ain't a do-rag, it ain't nothing. If I showed y'all what I really have on my head, y'all would be like, what the fuck are you up to, Honcho? What do you do when you're not streaming? I might show y'all before the end of the stream. Nobody's been to Antarctica. Show me the proof. South Pole is the North Pole. North Pole is the South Pole. Y'all going crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna see why it ain't even give me some love. I'm gonna shoot you a little extra sauce since the thing want to be funky with you. But again, man, like I say, there is a national media bias when it comes to Houston, when it comes to the Rockets. And watch what's gonna happen. Like people even if Deshaun Watson come back and he start balling out of control next year, people are gonna find ways to discredit what's going on. I promise you that. So be prepared for that. As a Houston fan, this is something that we have to be prepared for. We have to be, used to the lows that we've had. I know people have, not me, because I'm sitting here just being honest with y'all. I haven't been following the Astros like that, but I know there was the 100L seasons and things. And, people went through the lows. Real Astros fans went through the lows and finally get to celebrate the highs. Only for the national media, basically the day after it's won, to act like shit ain't never happened. I remember when Chicago won. I don't know. Y'all tell me, was the Astros parade on ESPN? Was the Astros celebration parade on ESPN? I don't know. Before I start talking shit, I'd like to know before because I'm going to go in. Now that I just really thought about that. Fuck ESPN then. Because I remember I was at a Brewings or something like that. And I remember seeing the Chicago shit on there. They basically showed the whole shit. They showed the whole city. They were showing the speeches. They were showing all that shit. If it was that hard to even figure, if y'all don't know, if y'all second guessing, then it probably is the truth. Because, it'd have been known. We'd have known if it was available, if it was on there or whatnot. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to have to wrap this up shortly. But the thing is, we don't get that same love, man. We don't get that same love. D4 wasn't too good to be true. Thursday's the real deal, but I got a bad feeling. Because, man, hey, you listen to your gut. There's a reason that you feel that way. Not saying not to. But I'm I'm a super hesitant person on just, they say what does it say? Be lavish with your praise and hearty in your approbation. My thing is, I believe, man. I mean, shit. What else we got to believe in around after the years of the 17s and the Savages and shit, even though it was a year or two with Schaub that wasn't that great. I mean, we've never had a situation where we felt completely good about the tenure of our QB. I'm hoping that DW4 is the one that changes that. There'll be up years, there'll be down years, but I hope that he can stay healthy. And I think that as long as he stays healthy, he'll be the man. Just the way that this motherfucking me, he's already, have y'all seen him? He's already doing drills and stuff. Like, they talking about, he might be ready for he's ready for fucking OTAs. He's ready for training camp. He's ready for whatever the fuck y'all ready to do right now. You know what I'm saying? Right now. You know what I'm saying? You can't take the Rockets serious in the playoffs. And why is that? Young J. Bois. That's you must be new. It's the first time I'm seeing that. Curious as to why can't you take the Rockets? Give me a legitimate reason why you can't take the Rockets seriously in the playoffs. Because I want to know when you've seen this Rockets team as constructed in the playoffs. Because you haven't. You've never seen this team. This ain't the same Rockets team that you've been seeing historically. So what is it about this team that you can't? Why can't you take them serious? So you're telling me that you can take them serious in the regular season when they beat everybody, but you can't beat. You can't take them serious when it's time to get legit. I'm curious about that. Explain that one to me. You know what I'm saying? They'll love to say, well, fuck ESPN, CNN, BBC, ABC, fuck the left, fuck Cory Booker, fuck Trump, fuck Bernie Sanders. Already, hey, you say, sometimes you got to let, like, it ain't Friday, but shit, we can say fuck them. I know how it is in the sauce. Every ingredient is special. Every ingredient. Is that what? I think I see a random thumbs up. Fellas, do y'all see what I see? Am I tripping? Let me see. Is that the medical doctor? Long time no see. Anyway, make sure my eyes ain't deceived. Make sure I look. Make sure I ain't too blurry, too lit. But here's the deal. Like I said, I'm gonna call it a wrap because I'm gonna have some things to take care of here in a second. But fuck the national media. Fuck everybody who ain't fucking with the city. Fuck everybody who hating on the city. But I got love for all the fresh ingredients. This what we gonna do. I'm gonna do a drink den this evening. Let's slide in the drink den about 8:30. I'm gonna make it kind of early, get a little good buzz. Wink, I don't know what you guys shaking for the rest of the evening, but if you got some time, man, we could definitely jump back on some PUBG stream action. If y'all are fucking with it, y'all let me know. I'll make sure I'll drop your link in the thing too there, Wink, because Wink been going hard on the man. We went hard on the PUBG earlier, you know. Shout out to Tenny again. Winter chicken dinner. You know what I'm saying? I keep it trio, one shot, one kill, chicken dinner ass nigga. You know how I get out. Exactly. So, see, I'm not worried about Trump. We got General Mad Dog Mattis and General Dump's greatest general of the generation already. How do you feel about people calling it hard and step back and travel? I don't know, Ruben. It's not. You see everybody doing it now. You see everybody is doing that now. They're doing that now. They also just got an 8-spot team. The Rockets beat the Super 4-0. Here's my deal, okay? Let's talk about why. And like I said, I got to get out of here, but make sure you sub to the channel because I want you to come back. I want to have conversation with you, young J-Boy. Think about this, okay? One, when has there ever been a Rockets team this good? I mean, I need you to confirm that. That was a statement you made with a team just good. There's never been a Rockets team that has been this talented and this deep as far as a starting squad and coming off the bench. You basically got two legit squads. You've never seen a Rockets team this deep, so that's inaccurate what you're saying there. You're talking about just barely got past an 8-spot team. Again, I mentioned this early in the stream. If Jimmy Butler doesn't go down, the T-Wolves are a 3rd seed, okay? The T-Wolves were in that 3rd speed. They were in there battling with the Spurs around that time that Jimmy Butler went down. The West is strong. You don't have your leading scorer, you might not win it all. The fact that team lost their leading scorer and still stayed in the mix with a lot of hungry teams in there, it's unfortunate they went down the way they did. But the fact that they're still in there, you have to respect them. The West is deep all the way from top to bottom. I mean, if this was an 8 seed in the East, I'd say, okay, I get you. But this is an 8 seed in the West. And shit, from 3 to 10 in the West is just as good. You know, I understand how you feel. I know how a lot of people are going off the past transgressions of the Rockets, but this is not the same Rockets team. This ain't the same James Harden. This ain't the same Clint Capella. When have you ever seen Clint Capella play like that? Never, ever, 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 ever. And again, you're talking about CP3 had a bad night. It ain't going to be too many of those. And so you bring CP3 in healthy and ready to go. You bring in, you let the team actually play and not look like ass. Again, you get Muthaf back in that second round. Your defense steps up a notch, and that was a key thing. Muthaf is, I tell people that Muthaf is a key asset, not just on defense. He brings you those little points that you need, but he's able to stop guys from scoring too. So you need to have Muthaf back. You know what I mean? Yes. Look, exactly. I'm glad Malcolm mentioned that. People don't want to talk about it. People make biases for their favorite athletes. Okay, Allen Iverson, they changed the rules of the game because what Allen used to do was a carry. Back when Allen first got in the league, that crossover was a carry. A lot of the shit that niggas do now. When is the last time you've heard a carrying call? When's the last time you've heard a carrying call? I don't think I've heard a carrying call since the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, 20 years ago they'd call it a travel. But I'm saying, think about it. Like I say, because Jordan had his little moves that he did. Iverson had his situation that he did. Shit, some of the shit they let Shaq get away with. Superstars get away with little certain things. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? But here's the deal. 8:30, we're going to slide into the Kush Den. I'm going to make it a drink den. Like I say, we ain't got to see if you respond or not. But if you want to get on some PUBG action later, we can make that shit. When they talk about the thing, I seen that. If you want to get on some PUBG action or some whatever, we can make that shit shake. But yeah, we're going to go down tonight. So make sure y'all in the Kush Den, man. If y'all like just having good conversation, the Kush Den is not all about weed. It may have weed imagery and all that other stuff. I won't even be smoking tonight. I'm going to be drinking. Man, come into the Kush Den, man. It's good conversation. That's really what it's all about. I mean, free range conversation, no matter if you left, if you right, if you call yourself a moderate, if you call yourself a super liberal or whatever it is. It's all about discussion. It's all about conversation. Even though we do talk a lot of shit about crazy feminists a lot. I don't know. But anyway, so again, 8:30, we're going to slide up in there. Make sure y'all are part of that. If y'all haven't subscribed to the Den, make sure y'all slide into the Den. Yeah, Drink Den is going down. And so with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all for following through, showing love, fucking with the flavor. Shout out to everybody who sold some super saucy, super chat love. The Patreon supporters, I know we would ask the other day, what am I going to start doing for the Patreon supporters? I'm going to give y'all some special content. So start looking for that soon. Once I finesse that the right way, I'm going to start doing a afternoon show. I'm shooting for an afternoon show, maybe between 3-4ish in the afternoon, somewhere in that area, for the Patreon supporters. And so it'll be a live afternoon show. And then what'll happen is, you know, if you're not on Patreon, you won't have access to that video until after that stream is over. And so that's how we're going to make that shit shake. But then, I mean, it'll still be the same. We'll still have the live sauce every day. So don't feel like y'all going to be left out. I know everybody has their own situations. And so, you know, folks ain't do the Patreon shit. And I understand. I appreciate the love, the fact that you come and just watch the shit, period. So you'll still get sauce. But with the Patreon, to show love for all the Patreon support, people have been holding me down on Patreon. I'm starting hopefully tomorrow and start trying to do an afternoon show. And, you know, so it'll be like 2 sauces a day. And then that way it'll motherfucking me. That's, you know, I can give y'all that at the very least. I got a couple other ideas, but until I get some final details on those, I don't want to speak on those, but at least, you gotta get the clit. But at least, I can do that for y'all. But again, 8:30. I'm expecting to see all y'all in the Kush Den. I want to see 30 motherfuckers at the goddamn Kush Den. If y'all ain't there, I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna let loose a single thug tear. But nah, it's all Gucci, man. Hey, with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I appreciate the time that y'all take fucking with the flavor, man. Y'all could be doing a million different things, man, but I appreciate time is money, time is effort, time is a lot of things that you can't get back. And the fact that you fucking with your boy Honcho on that, man, that's something I will always forever be grateful for. But with that being said, I'm chunking up the deuce. Y'all stay saucy, be cool like y'all be cool. It's your boy Honcho, Sauce Nation. I'm out.